Okay, today I'm going to show you how to use the clone stamp tool. So it's the next tool down on our list here. So if you hold that down, go to the clone stamp. There is the pattern and the clone. Make sure you're on the clone. And up here you have all of your options, again like normal, so make sure you're on normal mode to be able to paint over top of something. You're learning about the overlay and the soft light also, so play around with those eventually, but for this one we want to do normal. What we're going to do is take all of these people out of this picture of the monument. So I'm going to want my opacity to be all the way up and my flow to be all the way up. So I'm going to pick a little bit smaller of a brush right now, and I'm going to go down to be able to take these people out. So once I'm ready to go, I'm going to do just like yesterday with the healing brush tool. You can pick your source point. So I'm going to hold my Alt key down. You can see the little target showing up, and I'm going to click there, and that then will be what will show up. Now be careful when that little the little crossbar gets close to what you're going to see, because see when I cross over there, basically it's stamping it again. So I don't want to do that. I'm going to take that out of there. I'm going to Alt again out here. Always take from a spot that makes sense, and I'm going to make sure I stop before that little crossbar hits the person there. And I'm just going to pick it up again. I'm going to Alt again, and I'm going to restamp. And you can see inside of the circle what's actually going to be stamped on it, and you can see when you get close. Like that time I got a little too close, so I'm just going to step backwards one, and I'm going to Alt it again, and I'm going to make sure every time I go back I pick a new source point, because otherwise it will kind of fill in a little bit strange if you don't. And I'm just going to make sure it's always something that makes sense. So I'm going to go back here, Alt again, and just keep filling. So up here I'm going to Alt up here. I'm going to go across the person here, make sure that it's brick pattern that's coming across. Alt over here. And again, I can see inside. Don't overdo this. People have a tendency to really go crazy and make this look like it's a sandstorm happening. All you have to do is cover up where the people are. So I'm going to Alt here, take that part out, Alt up here to get a good brick stamp for it there. And I'm working these people right out of here. You'll notice it's getting a little fuzzy right next to the monument. I could switch to a hard edge brush if I wanted to and make sure that that doesn't look funny there. Okay, so I'm going to Alt here, and then I'm going to put a little harder edge so that it doesn't, again, start looking a little like a sandstorm happening. And I'm going to take away down at the bottom here. Up on the curve, I'm going to make sure that I'm from the same area of the curve each time I'm doing it. I'm going to switch back to a soft edge brush though, because hard edge sometimes you can see the edge a little bit better, and I don't want that to happen. So take those people out. I'm going to take from down here so I get the same type of shadows coming up, but you can see I picked up where the didn't stop where the feet were again, so I need to be careful. And here I can go with a smaller brush and just be a little bit more careful about what I'm doing right up here. So I'm going to take from exactly the same area, and here I'm going to take from right here and extend that downward. And this doorway seems about the same color as here, so I'm going to pick up from there and paint in that doorway so it looks right. Just make sure to be picky about what you're doing with the edges, and making sure that you're very careful about only taking out what you want to. Oops. So here I dip down a little bit into the sand. I'm just going to level that up. Just Alt often when you're working with it to pick your source point. So I'm going to pick directly above here so that I get that same line coming down. So every time you're seeing that target showing up, that's another time that I'm picking another source point. And there the people are gone, and it looks pretty good. It just looks a little sandy over here, so I'm going to pick up a hard edge brush, and I'm going to alt over here and make sure that that doesn't look like it's a sandstorm going on again. So I'm going to pick up here, actually maybe here, and just keep repeating that. Kind of give that an edge. There. Now it doesn't look like a sandstorm happening. So, and then do a file save as, just like you normally do. Call this Monuments, and make sure that you don't need the before picture since I sent it to you. I know what it looks like before, so just hand that into your tools folder.